Hello YouTubers and welcome to a new video of Arepas for dinner. My name is Andrea and I do what's for dinner and vlogs. So in today's video I bring you 3 new recipes for under 500 calories. Yeah, you hear me right, under 500 calories dinner ideas. So these dinner ideas don't involve quinoa or portobello mushrooms as buns, nothing of that because I don't know how to work with any of that. They're really simple meals with the normal ingredients you have in your kitchen. The only difference is that they're actually under 500 calories. I've been using MyFitnessPal. This is not a sponsored video. I've been just using the app because I liked it. And I've been measuring all my calories and counting them all. So I make sure that all these meals are under 500 calories per serving. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe and to like this video if you liked it. Also, I'm only sharing 3 recipes because I had to go to Germany on Friday in a rush. That is the day that I actually edit my videos because I had to go pick up my passport, but that's another story that is actually coming out on Tuesday, so stay tuned for that. And that's it. Let's start with the video. So this time I will share the exact measurements I use for 2 people, plus the calorie count per person. Seafood pasta. You will need 2 tomatoes, 100 grams of calamari, 100 grams of shrimps, 100 grams of octopus, 24 grams of mussels, 2 garlic cloves, 112 grams of farfalle pasta, and 2 tablespoons of olive oil. This meal contains exactly 500 calories per person. The first step is to boil the water. I'm adding a fish stock to my water just because I have these ones on hand. You can feel free to add real fish stock or just use plain water. We're also going to be adding salt. And don't be shy, as Italians say, the water pasta should be as salty as the sea. Let's chop our tomatoes. In a big saucepan, add 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Follow the exact measurements to ensure the calorie count is right. Add now our 2 garlic cloves. We're adding now our tomatoes and add a bit of salt to help them release their juices. Once our tomatoes look like this, we will add all the seafood. Mine is not completely defrosted, but that's alright. Remember to add salt and pepper. I like to add salt to each step to make sure I can correct the amount if I added too much or too little. I'm using black pepper, but you can use white if you prefer and if you have it. I decided to add a bit of parsley for color, but this is completely optional and you can also add it at the end just to garnish if you want. Our water is boiling, so let's add our pasta. Always add your pasta to the water when it's really boiling like this one. Now I will stir it only once, and that won't let the pasta stick together. Cook the pasta 1 minute less than the package calls for, so we can add it to the sauce and finish it cooking it all together. Serve without cheese. Enjoy! For Tuesday dinners, we had another 500 calories dinner. Steak with mushrooms. You will need 2 tomatoes, 200 grams of mushrooms, 1 tablespoon of butter, 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, 2 flank steaks of 4 ounces each, 200 grams of cooked rice, 40 grams of salad mix, and 20 milligrams of Italian dressing. Let's begin with our mushrooms. We will cook them in butter. Add some salt. That will help the mushrooms release the water and cook faster. Mushrooms are very high in vitamin D. That's the one we get from the sun. Therefore, they're great for the winter time when we have less sun exposure. While the mushrooms cook, we will start with the flank steaks. I'm adding cooking spray to save some calories. You can find this type of oil in Europe in all the fitness stores as well as in Amazon. Make sure that your pan is nice and hot before adding your steaks and add salt and pepper. Don't forget the mushrooms. Now, let's serve. I'm using some leftover rice I had from the weekend and making sure I'm adding only 100 grams of it. And on the side, we're having a garden salad with a tomato each and 15 grams of Italian dressing. You can substitute this dressing with olive oil, vinegar, and salt. Enjoy! For our third and final meal, we had a honey mustard pork chop with broccoli and oven fries. I think this was my favorite meal of the week. You will need 200 grams of pork chops, 1 tablespoon of honey, 1 teaspoon of mustard, 225 grams of oven fries, 260 grams of broccoli, 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Preheat your oven to 200 Celsius or 400 Fahrenheit to cook your fries on. On my fries, I'm using this Creole seasoning that I'm obsessed with. If you can't find it where you live, you just have to mix 2 parts of spicy paprika, 1 part garlic, and 1 part salt. For the broccoli, you should steam it, but I don't have the tools to do it, so I'll boil it. Literally takes 2 minutes in the boiling water. I like to keep it crunchy, but get rid of that bitter flavor that broccoli has when it's raw. Once ready, strain it and leave it to cool. In a saucepan, I'll spray some cooking spray. For seasoning our pork chops, I'm using some adobo Goya, but you can add only salt if you want. Already, the honey and mustard have a lot of flavor. Place the pork chops into your pan and add the mix of honey and mustard after you flip them. And repeat on the other side too. Now, just to show you my trick, make sure you measure your oil and add it to the broccoli, as well as some salt. It's simple, but we love it. We eat it pretty often. Can you believe this recipe is also under 500 calories? Being calorie aware doesn't have to be a nightmare. Enjoy! So that was it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and to give this video a big thumbs up. Also, remember that I do videos like this every Friday, and every Tuesday I actually do vlogs about my life here in the Czech Republic. So stay tuned for that and have a great day. Bye!